So let's talk about where the word good morning originated from. Good morning. Alright, so during slavery times, when the women used to mourn about their child being...
Shut the fuck up! Y'all be so ready to be a goddamn slave, it's a fucking shame. You wanna be a slave so motherfucking bad. The word good morning was made way before there was even black slaves, you stupid bitch. It was made way before that. It was described how good the morning is, you stupid motherfucker. You're so stupid motherfucker. I hate you Hebrew Israelites motherfucker. Soon as you get some new information, you want to go stand on the street tell a nigga what he don't fucking know. Go get a job, nigga. We can't even tell these bitch ass niggas good morning. We can't even say good morning because these niggas want to be oppressed. You can't tell me good morning, my good brother. Don't even mourn me, my good brother. Do you know the word morning? No, nigga. They spell different for a reason. Like there, and there. You stupid motherfuckers. You so stupid.
Nah, I'm one of the people that was actually going to make a video on this as well, as far as the roots or the concept of good morning. I may have already, I may not. I don't remember because I make so many videos. But seeing this video is why I do the things that I do, because what a lot of black people fail to realize is our history, and that's on the aspect of them not teaching the actual history of true events, but more so whitewash lies of what they want history to be. So with that being said, I hate a black person, an ignorant nigga, a stupid bitch, whatever the fuck the case is. I hate ignorance in our community because of shit like this. How can I say this? Don't nobody want to be a slave so bad. It's more so the concept of, if you know your history, then you understand certain aspects to break certain cycles of events from out history being told through lies. So, you feel me? What do I want to say? So when you defend or choose to be ignorant, then you're doing the same thing that white lady did in that video. They're laughing at you because you choose to remain an ignorant nigga. If you choose to pick up a book sometimes and read some shit, then maybe you'll understand some shit to know that ain't nobody trying to keep you oppressed. We're trying to keep you from being oppressed by continuing to be oppressed, you dumb motherfuckers. I'm trying to channel my thoughts correctly because seeing this video, it irked my nerves. Because as I said, it's more so on the aspect of conscience, because the term good morning did come from the aspect of off of slave owners owning slaves, then ironically telling them to have a good morning to start the day off. Now, regardless if you want to say they said that before that term happened or not, that's your preference and that's your choice to even choose to still say it after knowing about it. But the difference is, if you know something, then you can at least change something or at least be more consciously aware of it. But if you don't, then you just gonna remain ignorantly stupid, because ain't nothing wrong with saying good morning. But at the same time, know the history and the aspect of where good morning came from, or at a certain point in time it started from. Because overall, that's what I mean about you being an ignorant motherfucker, because they didn't say good morning back in the day. Overall, the main saying was grand rising. That's what they said, because they were children of the sun. They sun worshiped, so they understood the concepts of Mother Niqqer from an aspect more than just having a good morning, because good morning is what you're being told after starting work. Slavery, aspects from those key events. As I said, regardless if the term was used before that or after that, it's not about that. It's about where it derived from at one point in time in history. Because, as I said, it's more so just the aspect of you being aware of shit or not being aware of shit. Because no different from even something as simply small as a key point as good morning. That's no different from the other shit that they lied about and told you to forget about. Like Leopold III, who came to Africa and killed over 10,000 people. No different from them trying to hate Hitler, who killed about 3 to 10,000 Jews or some shit, but not one single African. They try to tell you about Egypt being white people, when that's wrong, because it's descended and derived in Africa as ancient Kemet, which means the black land or the land of the blacks, which is also ancient Kemet, which is Egypt before colonization, because again, something that originally we derive from. No different from being on American soil as a black land until a cracker named Christopher Columbus came and colonized it after being told about it from people like Leif Erikson and other people that discovered America or came to visit, I would say, America aside from Christopher Columbus. It's so much shit that you could really just say in history that they whitewashed and lie about. Jesus, for example. I don't care if you believe him or don't believe him. There was a white Jesus after there was a black Jesus. White Jesus' image is Caesar Bulgaria. We created black Jesus way before. As I say, all this shit is different key events of different things that can go from this to this if you have more knowledge to understand it instead of being a stupid motherfucker.
Just saw one of my followers say that all popular dystopian fiction stories are based off of white people's fears of things that were already done to black and or indigenous people.
The reason some places are banning books and making it illegal to teach history is because they don't want you to recognize the allegories. If the general public doesn't know about octoroon farming, they can read The Handmaid's Tale and say, well, I'm glad that's not happening. In the Hunger Games prequel, it's revealed that in the Capitol, they used to eat people, which sounds crazy if you don't know what they did with Nat Turner's body. In The Mockingjay, they punish Katniss by destroying District 12. And you think, obviously only a fictional villain could make a whole city disappear, because nobody taught you what happened in Oscarville, Georgia in 1912. Obviously, these authors weren't directly referencing these events. But when you selectively restrict information about history, people start to believe that these sorts of atrocities only exist in fantasy. And if you convince someone something never happened, it gets a lot easier to make it happen again.
Now, let me add one more thing before I end this video, because another thing that y'all don't understand from that concept is that, as I said, y'all following agendas of what they're pushing and what they're doing slowly but surely from all aspects of brainwashing in the Matrix, from degenerating our culture, appreciating struggle to not want to succeed, following pagan holidays while they mock us at the same time, no different from something like Christmas, which is the song Jingle Bells. Do you know what that derives from? Because you want to be ignorant motherfuckers. It derives from them putting bells on our neck to hear when we trying to escape. As I said, there's so much different whitewashing shit that y'all don't understand or don't know about because y'all don't choose to gain knowledge enough to understand history and learn history enough from more than just the slavery aspect to understand we were more than just slaves, but certain slave aspects or certain, certain things keeps us in a slave mindset of what they're pushing, because a lot of people choose to be ignorant motherfuckers instead of empowered, melanated beings, which are whatever you want to say, kings, queens, gods, goddesses, any aspect, even just a more smarter or entwined with a divine man and woman being black. As I said, there's so much different things you gain off of just learning certain simple aspects, especially from the aspect of slavery, because our history started way before slavery, but that's one of the biggest events of where our history started to destroy itself, or what's the word I use, have people like y'all with that mind frame fuck us up.
Did you know that the term good morning was originated when our ancestors were being held as captives during so-called slavery? Slave owners, after spending all night torturing, murdering, and kidnapping their loved ones, would greet them at sunrise with, "Did you have a good morning?" That was their way of mocking us because they knew that we had just spent all night crying and mourning the loss of our loved ones. When you look this information up online, you'll see a bunch of articles and even videos made by our own people gaslighting and claiming that this information isn't true. But some simple etymology research will quickly refute their claims. The word mourning with the U was created in the 1200s, but the word mourning without the U was created in the late 1400s, right when our ancestors in the Americas were stolen and held as captives. I know a lot of people like to make fun of those that use the greetings grand risings, calling them woke or hoteps. But words are powerful and they carry frequencies, which is why they are spelled. Therefore, if you are still mourning, you are in a lower vibrational frequency, and the joke's actually on you. So if you know this information and you continue to use the term good morning, you are a product of your own ignorance. Let me know in the comments section if you were aware of this fact. Also let me know when you plan to wake up from this spell and take your power back.